Here it is, the spicy mint and avo veggie burger. It is so good, it made the cover of the super fast food book. It is one of my favorite recipes in the entire book because I've always been a burger boy. Much to my detriment years ago because I was very large because I was having the wrong kind of burger. So how do we make a genuine, healthy burger and that's the key, that tastes not just as good as the original, but tastes even better. Simple ingredients packing a powerful punch. Gonna make the flour, very simple. You get the milling blade on your blender. We get the almonds. We're gonna get the seeds, put them in, and literally this is 10 seconds to make the flour. Very simple, very easy. Put it on. There's the flour, done. Now we're gonna get our food processor and we are gonna add the other ingredients. So our butter beans go in. The peas are going in. We're gonna add the mint. And this, you've gotta add a little bit of fire. Cayenne pepper going in, a nice pinch, cumin going in as well. We're gonna add the staples, of course, the pepper and the salt. Now we're just gonna add the flour in. You wanna make sure that you don't use all the flour, because once you start to make the burgers, they're a little bit sticky, so you need to leave some of this behind. And put a little bit on, I was gonna say a baking tray, but actually these are gonna go in the freezer, so I suppose technically it's the opposite to baking at the moment. So a little bit in there, and I'm gonna leave a little bit of the flour just on this chopping board. That'll come into play in a second. Add the rest of the flour. Really simple, like I said. All we can do is blitz this, just pulse this away. Doesn't take long at all. We're just looking to create a paste that looks just about perfect. And now we get our mixture, and now we get our paste. These are gonna make two beautiful burgers. The idea is you could serve this with some of the other beautiful recipes from the super fast food collection. Most people serve this, if I'm honest, with a little bit of cheeky sweet potato wedges, a little bit of sweet potato fries. So what I'm gonna do is just get a little bit of the flour in my hand first. We're just gonna split this into two, really, and then we get a little bit more flour on the other side. Again, it's rustic cooking, and that's about right. They're about 4 or 5 ounces roughly. That would be lovely. Put that on there, sprinkle a little bit more on the outside, get the second one. Now, if I was making this with somebody, I might be keen to just make one slightly larger than the other one. A little bit of the flour, a little bit of the flour. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna pop these in the freezer just for 10 minutes. That's all we're gonna do. We just leave them in the freezer only for 10 minutes, and it just helps it bind together, makes it easier to cook. And that sound can only mean one thing: they should be nicely solidified. Heat the pan, which I've done already. We're gonna add just a little bit of oil in there, tiny amount. And then all we're gonna do, they might have stuck just a little bit to the bottom, and just place them just on top of the oil. You only need a little bit, just make sure there's a little bit of oil. We don't want them to stick. That's the key here. We don't want them to stick. And just add them in. You can just squash them down a little bit. And all we're gonna do is cook them for about 6 minutes either side, and they should be just about perfect. Now, to make the burger even more perfect than it already is, you're thinking, how can that be possible? But it is by making a little bit of homemade salsa to go with it. There are 2 versions, and I'm going for the cheeky tomato one. But here is how to make both options. Everybody's salsa, as they say, and hopefully everybody will be salsaing when you see this video. 2 of my favorite salsas, a mango, orange, and coriander one. And the other one that I'm gonna make here is tomato, red pepper, with a chili kick. I thought I'd make them both together because I'm out there today. That's just the kind of way that I'm feeling. And we're gonna concentrate on this baby first. Tomatoes, really simple. All we're gonna do is just quarter them. As I always say on this app and in the book, it's real cooking for real people. Not so much of that going on. Coriander, it does need a little bit of chopping. Mind the fingers. Bit of coriander. Love the smell of coriander, really do. Herbs just really lift. In your little mini blend, we're just gonna put all the ingredients in. Mango, Mangoes into room, make some salsa. There's the onion going in, tomatoes, really simple, like I said. Coriander. If you haven't been paying attention up until now, because you might not have been, you never know, pulse this. Salsa, you should have the chunks of these wonderful ingredients still in there. We're just gonna pulse it a little, just literally a little pulsing. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just sieve it as well. We're gonna take out some of the moisture. So we're gonna leave this while I make the other one. Look at that chunk, oh, it's just beautiful, but it's a little bit too moist. So what we're gonna do is just leave that in there. While that is rocking and rolling, I'm gonna make my favorite salsa. It tastes so delicious. All we're gonna do once again, we've got the tomatoes. Again, we just need 8 of those. We've got some chili. This has got a real kick to it, this one. Really love this one. I didn't have my first curry till after the age of 40. Imagine such a thing. But now, I love a little bit of spice going in. I was a late spice developer, so to speak. So we're just gonna chop these up. I even make juices with chili in there. If you do the 5-2 juice diet, then you'll know there's a couple of chili ones in there that really take your head off. And you wouldn't normally think of putting chili into a juice, but it works beautifully well. All we're gonna do is add these wonderful ingredients, get the red pepper. There's the fire going in. Now, I've learned through doing these cookery recipes on here, do not now put your fingers on your eyes or elsewhere. So what I'm saying, onion going in, red onion, beautiful. Those tomatoes are really good. It's like regular salsa, but we're just gonna lift it. We've got the mint going in as well, pinch of salt, and then the lime, because you've got to have the lime going in as well. Just squeeze that lime in, all that juice, beautiful. Squeeze that in. Wonderful. I'm using the same base, so I've got a little bit of the mango going in. We're just gonna pulse it 4 times. That's it. We don't want to over pulse it. Beautiful salsa. While that's been going on, we've just drained this. So we're just going to now just pour this beautiful mango salsa. And now we're going to do the same with my favorite salsa. To be honest, I would drain that as well. You saw how quickly it was just to sieve that out as well. And then you've got this wonderful consistency of both of these salsas. The mango one, ingredients just work beautifully. The mango and the coriander work beautifully together. This is one that I always tend to have with the burger. There it is. There's the kick. Kick from the chili. Absolutely beautiful. Just need a little bit more draining, but that's it really. So hopefully when you see that, so simple, so easy, everybody can salsa. Okay, they are looking just about perfect. I'm going to remove them from the heat at this stage while I just show you how to prepare your either bun burger or your no bun veggie burger. So many people are now going gluten-free. I have a gluten-free bun to that end, and I'm also doing a bunless version as well, which tastes really nice. So here we go, we've got a gluten-free bun. This is the kind of order we're gonna do it in. Beautiful ripe avocado. 2 ways of doing it. You can either slice it or you can spread it. Depends on how ripe your avocado is. And really, all I do is spread it, I'll be honest with you, because you just want the flavors, the textures going in. If you lick your finger, it's okay, I'm making it just for me. Get some romaine lettuce, of course. Now, the tomato. And what I'm doing for the no bun version, I'm gonna use the top and the bottom because that will become our bun, so to speak. It's already looking lovely. And then of course, I'm a big pepper lover, I'll be honest with you. Every layer, I just add a little bit more pepper on. Now, the piece de resistance, of course, it is the burger. I'm just gonna put some romaine lettuce on top as well. There. Got limes in here as well. A little bit of lime going on. Then we just add the burger bun on there. Look at this. This is not going to be upset with that, are you? Looking delicious as it is, but you can add something, of course. Bit of homemade pesto if you like. I'm going with the homemade salsa here. It just adds that certain something. Clearly, you can add it in with the burger, which is what most people do. But lifting this burger and then trying to take a bite out of it, especially with a gluten-free bun that tends to be a little bit crumbly. So I'm certainly not going to do that on camera. So how I would ordinarily eat this is I would put a little bit of this beautiful salsa just to one side, and then I would eat all of that combined. Now, the reason why I'm not doing it, because I'm still going to make you quickly the no bun version. You take the base of the tomato there. We're going to add the lettuce there. The avocado, we're going to slice this time. So we're just going to put the slices of avocado on here, add a little bit of salsa on top here, the lime. And of course, with the no bun burger, the one thing that you should never forget is the burger itself. Put the burger on top, a little bit more lettuce on top of there. And then we're just going to put the remainder of the avocado on top. Add a little bit of pepper along the way. Put the tomato there. What we're going to do is just going to put a skewer through the whole thing. There it is. There's the spicy Avo veggie burger. I've got to have a taste. You're just going to cut this down. I'm going to get a little bit of the salsa, and then we're just going to get flavors of the burger, a little bit of the roll, a little bit of the tomato, avocado goes in, a little bit of the lettuce, got a little bit of the salsa on top as well there. Let's grab that lettuce in there as well. I was a huge burger fan for years, like real burgers. And I never really thought that you could have a veggie version that would come anywhere near to the classic. This touches every burger button that you want. The idea is to get a burger that not only tastes good, but also is good. It was so good, like I said, it made the cover. The thing that it's served with best is a little cheeky portion of sweet potato fries, just to go along with that, taste that extra special. Who would have thought burger and fries could be healthy, but yet packed with flavor and packed with nutrition? There it is, the spicy Avo veggie burger. Tuck in.